Yeah, I'll never be able to imagine it, but today I actually had a chance to meet my idol. I was completely shocked. The renowned Jack, as soon as he caught sight of Annie, instantly shifted his gaze towards her, and at that very moment, Annie led them step by step off the stage. Little did she know that her mysterious words would alter Anna's destiny. After hours of anticipation, she finally wrapped up the music festival ordeal. Subtitles. She never ever anticipated that Jack would actually follow her here on her very first day back at work. Noticing photographers swarming at the entrance, Annie pretended to be calm and inquired about his destination. Subtitles. At first, Annie didn't feel anything unusual and truly believed that he had come for the artworks until she overheard a strange sentence from inside the room. Just as Annie was about to introduce the lover's artwork, she blurted out, "I'll take it all. What else you got? Don't you have a song or a filming set?" Her lavish request left Annie puzzled, but she hesitated to refuse, thinking, "Oh my, what an interesting friend. I have a friend who's an artist. Oh my, I love her. She owns a company in LA, but isn't here now. I still have the key." Money won't come by itself, so Annie took Jack to her friend's warehouse straight to the goal. They only dared to breathe when out of the photographer's sight. Jack was on high alert, while Annie whisked him into a warehouse brimming with art pieces. Every painting has a fun story, as she grew up with the owners. Annie spilled the tea on all the inside scoop, but Jack seemed more focused on other things rather than her stories. Noticing her slightly aggressive gaze, Annie pivoted the conversation, asking, "So how have you been?" The warehouse suddenly felt a bit awkward. Jack opened up about the struggles of his rise to fame, becoming more generous with words. "Honestly, I rarely meet anyone like you. A lot of people think they know me. I'm Haas Campbell. I'm not. I don't think you really care much. Just consider me a ghost. You're just a friendly ghost, spreading joy all around, so I want to know if I can hitch a ride." "I truly appreciate your honesty." Jack finally confirmed what he wanted to buy. Annie was all set to invite this VIP out for dinner when suddenly a bunch of fans recognized him, and it took her by surprise. Maybe she really was cut out for the spotlight. "Let's go to my place. I'll whip up a tomato dish for you." Jack was thrilled about the idea, and once at her place, he intended to show off his skills upon noticing the framed photos on the wall. Annie started sharing tales of woe about her ex-husband, and just like that, the mood turned gloomy. Jack reflected on life too. Post-fame, phony friendships left him without a listener who can understand him. So they talked a lot, from school days to society, from family to love. The casual eye contact seemed to charge the air with undeniable tension. Just then the phone rang, bringing Annie back to reality as she approached to answer it. Meanwhile, Jack strolled over to the piano and began playing an unreleased song he wrote as Annie took a leisurely approach. Anna's movements halted suddenly, talking away while Jack stealthily clasped her hand. As their eyes locked, Annie impulsively leaned in for a kiss, only to snap back to reality moments later. It's late. Jack knew staying longer was inappropriate, so he left his watch while Annie wasn't looking. It became the reason for a future meetup, and before leaving, he thanked her for being such a generous host. Watching him fade away, Annie drifted into deep thought, only to be jolted back to reality by the sudden appearance of her daughter. As a single mother, love felt like a fantasy far removed from a star's reality, leading to the following days. Jack got in touch with Annie using the phone number on the receipt. They started chatting over text, slowly bridging the emotional gap. Summer rolled in, and Annie sent her daughter off to summer camp, watching Jack's band videos during the day and texting him. And gradually, she realized she had inadvertently fallen for Jack in a hurry to return the watch. They met at a hotel. After a night of passion, their relationship was confirmed. Wanting a solid reason to keep Annie close, Jack decided to hire her as his artistic consultant. For a while, Annie travelled around the world with him for tours, while also enjoying the beauty of life. They made happy memories everywhere, from mountain paths to sandy beaches and by the water's edge. For the first time, Annie liberally enjoyed life, even forgetting she was a mother, until something happened. Jack's band partied at the resort, with everyone in the pool. Annie prepared to join, but felt uneasy in her swimsuit. Remembering her family's history of skin cancer, she thought she wouldn't fit in. Instead, she found a group of girls younger than her daughter. Her insecurities and the act of changing out of the swimsuit made her feel out of place, even with Jack around. The girls were utterly blunt. Finally, she couldn't bear staying there any longer and went back to her room, with Jack following closely behind. Annie gave a self-deprecating laugh. Ignoring Jack's pleas, she returned his watch and hopped on a flight back home, even if the harsh words rang true. It was they who snapped Annie out of her blissful oblivion, and she realized it was time to confront reality. She was a mother. One morning, Annie woke up from a dream and received a text from Jack saying, "Stay off the internet." It turned out their relationship had been uploaded online, and a few days later, even strangers approached her for selfies. Her daughter questioned her intensely about their relationship and seemed to be moved as she observed her mother's troubled look.